Okay guys, it's amateur hour here. I'm going to finally start working on building the firewall on my Henry J. It's been many weeks since I've even touched this thing or worked on it or done anything. So what we're going to do today is I've got a bunch of boxes. We're going to cut those out, make templates for the firewall. I've got sheets of steel here and I'll show you some of the what I'm going to be using today. I figure, well, Derek and Chris can do it all the time. Why can't I? It's December. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are still free. So I'll show you what I'm going to do here, or what the plan is. Let me grab this. Don't mind the grudge, it's a mess. But I'm going to start, I'll cut these boxes up. They were supposed to be for boxes for Christmas presents, but they will wait. So I'm going to start cutting up cardboard, start shaping it. I already started a little bit over there a long time ago, but I'm going to redo that. So I'll rip that out and I'm going to restart. And then I just got some steel here and there, and I think some steel buried back there. So I should have enough sheets of steel around here. Price of steel has just gone up the wazoo. Apparently Ryan said he had a hard time trying to get some steel for me, so I'm just going to make do with what I got here. So I'm just going to show you what we're going to be using anyway. I dug out the shrinker and stretcher. Be using that in a little bit, I'm thinking. I just got my ghetto brake here and roller and whatnot. So just basic tools. I kind of shit the bed. There is a shear, but it's buried back there and I'm not going to dig it out. So we'll use grinders and whatnot. And so anyway, I guess we'll get to work. I'm going to start cutting up some boxes and start figuring where we're going to go through, because we got to fill all of this hole in, everything else. I do got a master cylinder I'm going to make work for this, and it's going to clear everything. So in theory, everything should work. It's just going to take a lot of trial and error. Holy crap, I can't speak. Probably because of just drinking lots of apple juice. And Ryan gave me these Chinese wafer things. Crackers, not very good. Blah. So anyway, I think we're going to get to work finally. I apologize. It's been many weeks of not working on this thing. A lot of guys have asked about it. Maybe some guys have even forgot about it. But it's time to get back on this thing, since everybody else has got their own little projects they're working on now. So finally, it's my time. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes here, and I'll start cutting up some of these cardboard boxes, and we'll start transplanting up to steel and see what we got here. Back in a bit. Okay, as you can see, I've cut up my cardboard. It's just loosely sitting in there. Everything, it does seem to fit better than it does look. So what I do, when I am going to trace it onto the sheet of steel, I am going to make it about 2 inches longer in every dimension. That way I've got wiggle room for cutting and trimming, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot. Besides, you don't see this kind of workmanship, you know, just at any kind of shop, you know, like Boyd Collington, Rad Rods by Troy, you know, any of those other big fancy shops. So anyway, I guess I'll unbolt this header. Everything's cleared. I'm going to be cutting a lot of this out later on. I'm going to reform it, but I guess after this I'll put it on a piece of tin and start tracing it out, and we'll start cutting it out. So yeah. And yeah, after that then we'll cut it out and we'll take a look, and then we'll use this little gem that Derek lent me, the bead roller. So we'll be back. I guess we're going to try doing that. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. Build a firewall, they said. Chris said, make it about 5.5 inches back. It'll be no problem, he said. No problem. Bah. Alrighty. Do this and start actually doing some real work here instead of cutting up cardboard. As you can see, it took a few attempts. Lots of trimming. So, not going to happen unless you do it. Alright, so as you see, we have my template. We'll just trace that out on some sheets of steel, trace it out, cut it out, and start bending it. Lots of fun. it's cut out, I guess I'll start going to the break and start breaking it, and then we'll bead roll it. And hopefully we'll see what we got here. So back in a second or two. Well guys, sorry about that. I kind of shit the bed. The battery on the camera died, so I had to charge it, and I tried, I got a bit of footage on my phone, so we'll see if we can splice it in here. But anyway, I made this piece here. It does tie in nicely. I've still got to trim it to meet that contour. This part here I'll be cutting out anyway and making it flat. So, and then I put a few beads in it. It does go straight once it's sitting there. I just can't get a clamp there right now, but it is straight. And I apologize I didn't film any of that, but yeah, I just used this guy here. Just the bead roller. You just put your steel in there and turn it. There's different dies, but this is the one that Derek and Chris just left on, I think, when we did Kevin's floorboards in his 52. So yeah, I apologize, but the GoPro's fully charged now, so I will start, I'll actually show you what I'm doing on this side here, but it is making, it's coming along. This will go up, and then I'll get tied into a brace that I have underneath the firewall. It's going to have enough clearance here. I will show you in a few minutes my next step, I think, just for right now with the shrinker and stretcher. I'm going to put a rolled lip on the back side of here. So that way when I make my transmission tunnel, I've got something I can weld to and all that. So I'll be using this guy right there. So yeah, I'll show you how to do that. I'll set up the tripod, but I apologize, but my battery is fully charged now. So I guess I should have looked at it before I did this video. So yeah, I'll get set up on that, and I'll show you what I'm going to attempt to do anyway. It's been a long time since using this, so. Like I said, amateur hour here. Nothing but the finest here at Penny's Hot Rods and Customs. Alright, so this is what I was doing. I made a few relief cuts because I'm not the smartest guy here and I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I just did that, and I just used the stretcher, just kind of shape the metal a little bit, and I'm just going to punch little holes here and there for when I do build my tranny tunnel, so at least I've got something to go off of. So yeah. So here's one template, or one piece that's the firewall. Not too bad for, you know, winging it. At least I'll be able to fill that hole anyway. So, but I've got to cut this part out, that part out to clear the header and all whatnot. We're getting there. Should have done this a long time ago, but you know how life goes. Hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. I'm not putting you guys to sleep or nothing like that. So yeah, not too bad. Alrighty, I guess we'll put it in and I'll vice grip it in, and then I'll start tackling that side. Ugh. They always say start the easier side first, I think. Ugh, fuck, what a bunch of nonsense. But it'll be worth it in the end. Hopefully. Okay, so I cut out my piece of sheet of steel with my template here. The template fit pretty good, so in theory, everything should fit. Just make sure when you're doing this that you bend it the right way. I have done it in the past, the opposite, so all we're going to do is just grab this guy here. This is my reference, and we'll take it to the brake, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'll set this. Oops. So all we'll do is take this and bend it 90 that way, take this and bend it 90 that way, and then that should be for the start for this piece. But I'll set the tripod up there and I'll show you what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it. Also, you may notice or see that there's a sharp little remnants of when I was using the disc grinder. Usually we just use a flapper wheel afterwards with the disc grinder, and it knocks all this all off before I'm done. Obviously I will do that because it will cut. And it hurts and it sucks digging out pieces of steel out of your skin, so I'll do that when we're done here. But yeah, I'll set the tripod over there. We'll show you how we make a little 90-degree bend here. Who put the shelf right over there? Just there. Now I've got a 90 degree. I'll do the same to this side. Ooh, that's going to bend it the opposite way. So I'll have to do is measure that, and then I'll have to do it this way. So I have to find a tape measure. I don't know about you guys, but tape measure seems to be pretty hard to find around here. Aha, alrighty. So we're gonna go with that as my straight edge. We'll call that 6 3/4. 6 3/4. Grab my marker and we'll do that. Ta-da! So that's what I wanted. For my first piece, I'll take the header off. That goes in there. I'm gonna have to trim it. Probably hold my camera properly. But anyway, Chris might have some fancy editing to do here. But anyway, you'll see that's where it's gonna go. And then that's my first step. And then many more little Johnson whatnot. But sorry about my ghetto braking there. I just didn't want to shit the bed and bend in the opposite way. So anyway, I'll go try to install this piece and see what it looks like and clamp it in. And hopefully we're starting to go the right way, hopefully. Hopefully. Alrighty, so I've bent that piece up and I stuck it in there. It's just held in with vice grips and whatnot. Everything seems to fit really well. I've got this part here all cut out here. It's traced out on here, so I'm going to cut this guy out now and then bend it. And then I might tack it in, or I might just have it sitting there loose, and then maybe I'll pull out the engine in the next video, because I'm thinking this is probably going to be a two-part video. At least I'll get all this stuff done and then kind of sitting where it's got to go. Then next time we'll have a video of it all in and done and everything like that, and finish off a bunch of tedious little stuff. But I'll make this piece here, I'll cut that one out. And then that'll go in here and tie into here. And then I've got to make other pieces for in there. But then after that, I'll start making this piece here. So yeah, it's coming together. All takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. After doing a lot of this, I figured, well, I should have done things a little differently, but it's all part of it. So just wish I would have got on this sooner, but oh well, we're getting there. That's the main thing. Man, I gotta clean up this garage. Snowblowers and nails and there's crap everywhere. Well, it was nice enough, Brian. He gave us a bunch of 302 parts, and he gave a nice set of Mickey Thompson valve covers for Kevin, I think, for his little Falcon. So yeah, I guess I'll go cut this guy out, and then we'll do the same thing. At least in theory. Remember, guys, safety first. And same thing for the transmission part. I've given it an extra inch so that way I can roll it just like the other piece. But now we'll bend this guy and yeah. Right there. Like that. Gotta say, a workbench would sure be handy. Oh well. That's okay. Perfect. Right. Perfect. Then I'll just trim this out a ½ an inch, roll that, and we'll see what it looks like installed. Okay, it's been a couple hours and I'm back. I just had to do some stuff outside. Well, the sun was still out, but it's gone. It's dark. It's gonna call it an evening here soon. Tomorrow's another day. But I'm pretty happy with the progress I did today. I think next video I'll start welding all this stuff, and I made the piece all in here and all that. In here I'm going to cut it, I'll put it straight. Derek has a little tool that kind of puts a hem in it or a lip on it, so that it'll all get welded together. And I'll start welding this all up and start making it look nice. So I think that'll be the next day or two. So yeah, no, I'm happy with the progress that I did today, so not bad at all. I know it doesn't look like much, but it will start to come together. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. But here I'll show you what I was doing outside. Oh yeah, by the way, it is the night because I'm done apple juice and I'm still not going to eat Ryan's wafers. I think those could probably be thrown out. Ugh. The wind's sure picking up. Brr. I don't know if you guys can hear that wind, but it's cool. Anyway, I hooked up and installed my crappy Christmas lights. I didn't realize that squirrels eat lights when you leave them in the trees there. A bunch of them weren't working. And I noticed that I guess they gnawed off a bunch of them, so oh well, I'll have to get new lights next year, but for right now, this is going to be good. Holy crap, is it cool out here. I think it's about -10 right now. I think it's supposed to get a little cooler tonight. So anyway, I hope you guys liked this little video. Sorry it wasn't the most exciting thing, but remember, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. You don't really have to leave one about my crappy Christmas lights. Nicer in here. Sure nice with in-floor heating. I think that might be the way I'm going to go this year. We'll see. Anyway, hope you liked this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Go Henry J.